Welcome to another edition of the DoorDash Daily Recap video. Today is Monday, March the 4th, 2024. Almost thought that I wasn't going to have any interesting story at all to tell today. I almost was going to just include today's dash and not do a video today and include it in tomorrow's video, but I got as you've already seen from the title and thumbnail, a very interesting story, which I'll get to. So that alone was enough to make today's video worthwhile. But started the dash at 6:47 in the morning, got my first order right away. Pretty good offer to get started with. $12.25, 7.7 mile Meyer, 7 items. Pretty straightforward. Here's the list. 3 of the items was bananas, had one gum pain relief item in the HBC, and then some drinks, and that was it. Shopped that in only 6 minutes, delivered that. Here's the pay. $7.25 plus $1 peak. Again, just like yesterday, there was a peak until $1 peak until around 11:30 in the morning. $4 tip, and there's your $12.25. Next was the decline. $7.50 for 13 miles Burger King going out to Groveport. I'm sure there's a Burger King closer to that area. There's a couple other orders that you'll see in this video that I declined. They at some point, I don't know, DoorDash has just got to tighten up these zones. Okay. So on that east side, let's just take this particular order right here. If there's not a Burger King in that area cause I know I've talked about Starbucks before. We have 3 Starbucks in this zone. None of them do DoorDash. So it has to pick up from out of zone. Okay, well, if those locations are not going to accept DoorDash orders, then sorry, folks, you're out of luck. You can't get Starbucks. I think they need at some point, because this is, drivers are going to just this is going to be an ongoing, continuous, hot topic that is going to get all kinds of bitching and moaning, and it's going to be never ending. They really need to do something here. And in my opinion, I don't know if this is going to be the simplest solution to the problem, but tighten up the zones. Okay. Wherever you live, you're only going to be able to order something that's signed into DoorDash, a restaurant that does DoorDash and is logged onto it and open, that's within maybe a 7 or 8 mile radius. But these double digit mileage offers with single digit pays, I mean, at some point this has got to go. And that's just my opinion. So that was a decline. Then I took then after that decline, I had some downtime. That first one was at 7:19 in the morning. It was almost an hour later that I waited without getting an offer. And that's crazy. Normally 7 a.m. to 8:30, that's normally a busy time. This morning it was dead. I parked on a residential street for about 5 minutes or so, moved my car to a shopping center that I usually park in. And for the first time, the weather was nice today. It was in the mid 60s, low 70s today. I got out of the car and did some walking until I got this order. If you're new to the channel, the channel was going to be named the Walking Dasher, because weather permitting, I don't like to sit in my car for orders. I like to get out of the car. I'll put something on YouTube, put my earbuds in, and I'll walk and stay close to my car and just kind of walk around in circles until I get an order. So like I said, got this at 8:14, $7, only 2.5 miles, McDonald's, absolutely. So that was easy as could be. Followed that up with another, let's see. So I had these backwards. Apologize about that. First was a look at this, 650, 12-mile Chick-fil-A. Decline. Okay. Then I had this $7. I won't switch back to that screenshot. I don't know how those got backwards. Then $7 Taco Bell. So 2 straight $7 orders. This one was a little bit more mileage, but still good. 5.5 miles. So went ahead and took that, knocked that out. Easy pickup and delivery. I remember something about this order now. This was kind of like really irritating, but I get to the Taco Bell and the doors are locked. And I'm thinking at 8:30, we're closing in on 9 o'clock in the morning and the doors are still locked. So that was kind of irritating, but it wasn't, but I didn't wait long at all in the drive-through. So it was just like a minute, but it was still just kind of irritating. Next was $7.25. Let's keep the string going with these $7 orders. $7.25, 3 miles, Dollar General, only 5 items. Went ahead and took this. It was picking up from my Dollar General. Here is the list, and you see it only took me 2 minutes to shop. 2-liter Mountain Dew, 2 Planters nuts, and 2 body washes. It was easy. Delivered to a customer that I've been to before, so it's always nice to deliver to familiar customers. Then I had some time. This is, normally my slow time. I came home and I was home for a while, just hanging out, no orders. I grabbed something to eat, and then I even started watching, there was a movie I started last night. If you're into like low budget horror movies and this one was from back in the day, and I can't remember if I've ever seen it or not, but a movie called The Children from 1980. Cheesy as could be, but I loved it. I love that movie. So I started last night, and then I picked it back up again here at this point in my dash, and I was just sitting there watching that movie. And then it got to be about 10:30. I shut the movie off, and that's when I like to get back to my waiting area for the start of lunch, just in case I was to get a catering order, from Chipotle. Best case scenario, but I didn't. Instead, and then again, this is after I left the apartment. At 10:43, I got these. I think I had just pulled into Meijer, if I'm not mistaken, and I got the subject of today's video. Okay, $20 Meijer shopping order, 7 miles. Okay, but 80 items, and I took it. And I know what you're thinking. Did he just like absolutely like lose his mind? What like crazy idiot would take an order that was 80 items paying $20? Give me a break here. Okay, but Okay, I get it. Okay, and I'm actually glad I had this thought process like right when I seen this. Normally my brain doesn't work like quite this fast, but it did on this offer. But here's the deal. I'm at 100% acceptance or completion rate right now. So something obviously didn't look right with this order. How could something with 80 items be only paying me $20? Okay, so what this smells to me is a high number of multiples from the produce area. I bet you there's like 20 bananas in here, or something along those lines. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm at 100%. I'm going to go ahead and accept this. And I want to see what the list is. And if I accept this and it's 80 items from all over the store, then I'm immediately dropping it. But so, and that was the thought process. Okay. So I accepted the order and reparked my car. And here is the first screenshot that I took before even clicking the arrive at store. And you see here, look at it. And I was right. Multiples from the produce department. 16 of the items is just Roma tomatoes, 7 limes, 5 onions, 14 tomatillos, if I'm saying it right, 13 jalapeno peppers. So, and then I click arrive at store, and then I took a screenshot of how many different items or SKUs, 26 different things. So out of 80 items, there's just 26 things to shop for. Now, even still, that 26 items paying $20 to some people, that might still seem bad. And a lot of Dashers watching this will be like, I still don't think that's a good order. With even you have to shop 26 things. But here's what I was thinking. I still wanted to see how I would do on this order. Let's just do this for the experience and see how I do on it. And the goal here is, what if I can do this whole entire thing from accepting the order to dropping it off in the customer at right around 1 hour? And then if so, the whole entire thing, I've got 1 hour wrapped into it and I've made $20. I'm good with that. So let's see. So I start shopping. Like I said, a lot of this was in the produce area. And now the only bad thing is that I'm not very good at keeping track of my PLU numbers for like produce items. If I can, I like to have this stuff weighed and a price sticker on it there in the produce. So when I go to the checkout, all I got to do is scan stuff. I don't like looking up the items at the registers, but I have to do them one at a time. So that's the only bad thing. So I had to get the cabbage, sack that, walk over the scale, get my price sticker for that. Get the limes, scale, price sticker. That's how I have to do it. I have to do them one at a time. I guess I could have bagged everything. I guess I could pull up an extra notepad on my phone and, cabbage, and do it all by voice. Cabbage, and then the PLU number, limes, PLU number, but I don't know. It's just easier for me to do them one at a time. So I got all that stuff, and the rest of the items weren't too bad. There's a couple of things from the meat department, some various different things. You see the vanilla wafers, just basic. I think there was some eggs, different shopping stuff. And here's the time on it, recommended 52 minutes. I had this done in 33 minutes. So, okay, way to go. Shopped all that in 33 minutes. Then it was off to the customer and checked. I couldn't believe this when I dropped this off. The time And here's the drop off and the final pay. The time is 11:43. This offer came across my phone at 10:43, 1 hour flat. How crazy is that? So, for as far as I'm concerned, it ended up being a good offer. Crazy. $12 from DoorDash, $1 peak, $7 tip. I was a little bit worried what the tip was going to be because that many items, maybe, hey, this could have been $19 from DoorDash, $1 peak, and no tip. And could you imagine somebody asking you to shop for all of those things out of the produce department and not tip you at all? I mean, but hey, $7 tip, that's good. I'll take it. Next, another $7 order, $7, 3 miles, only 3 items. Dollar General. Heck yeah. I think this was my Dollar General again. And there's the items on that. They didn't have the Monsters, substituted 2 Red Bulls and then some pizza rolls. Took me 2 minutes. And then I think I got a pay screen on that. The peak was already over. So $3 from DoorDash and $4 tip. $7. Easy. And then I get right as soon as I drop that off, I get this, $22.25 Meijer. It's 2 orders, but only 8 items total, and going to 2 customers. 21 miles. So, but I went ahead and took it. I was kind of getting tired a little bit, and this order was good for me at this time because it got me back into the store and on my feet and shopping again. And so from that standpoint, it was a good order. And the delivery points look bad on this map. It looks like it's out of zone. And they may have both been out of zone. I didn't pay real close attention when I dropped them off, but what I do know is they were both Grove City addresses. So this really, there was driving in it. I was about 5 miles away from the Meijer, so there's 5 of the 21 miles. And then once I got there, then 16 miles, you might as well say, and then some driving come back. It was a lot of driving, but it wasn't that bad. So that was at 11:59. We'll remember that time. For the items, I took this view for the screenshot. So customer A, just 7 items, only in 2 different aisles. There was a thing of oats from the pantry section, then some various different spices and stuff, and some kind of weird stuff that I haven't shopped for before, like a jar of molasses and a couple different spices. A little bit tricky on finding these different things, but I found them. And customer B was just a package of diapers. That's it. And then drop that off, and I was done with customer B at 12:51. So this was like 50 minutes. 50 minutes, I made $22. So works for me. $16.25 from DoorDash, $6 on the first tip, and there you go for customer B, 0 tip. Now I I told my wife I was gonna kind of cut this second customer a little bit of a slack here, because when I pulled up, it's supposed to be leave at the door, but she was standing outside and on her phone, probably, if I had to guess, tracking, my movements and the messages from the DoorDash app. I kind of got the sense that this was a brand new DoorDash customer. So from that standpoint, they didn't tip, but they're brand new to this. So let's cut them a little bit of slack, shall we? Hey. And I had to ask her if it was okay if I took my picture real quick, and so she stepped back, and I took the picture, and told her have a nice day, and whatever. Next was a Rally's order, and I don't remember ever. I didn't know that our Rally's was on DoorDash. I think this is my first offer from them. Now, I've done a Rally's order before in the past, but that was in Fremont, Ohio, my wife's hometown. Her and I did a Rally's delivery out there, but I've never seen Rally's here. I was on my way home when I got this, and I'm not turning around the car, and that Rally's is in a really bad location. If really bad location. So if I was to have to, I can't really, it looks like, I can't tell for sure on this map. Let's see here. It looks like I would have had to turn left out of that Rally's after I picked it up. And you want to talk about a nightmare. The worst, that and the Wendy's, the worst places in this zone to try to make a left-hand turn without a traffic light. So I didn't want to mess with all of that for $5. Look at this next one. This is what I'm talking about tightening up the zones here. $2, come on, $2.25 IHOP for almost 10 miles. Okay. Yeah, like any, what Dasher in their right mind is going to take this? The only thing I can think of is somebody that's doing some kind of challenge of I'm going to try to, I don't care what the order is, I'm going to try to take 100 straight offers. Somebody like that or something, but otherwise, why in the world would anybody take this? Tighten up the zones, have, if the IHOP that's not in that area is not set up on DoorDash, then you're out of luck. You can't get IHOP. That's my opinion. Then my last order here, 2 minutes later, obviously a much better offer, $6.50, 3.8 miles, sushi from Kroger. Great. I got to go to the bathroom. The bathroom is right next to that sushi department. So I head in the store. The order was ready. Pick it up. I had a feeling who this customer was going to be, but I was wrong. It didn't deliver to that customer who is located at a place of business. This delivered to a home, and leave at the door, and easy drop off. Then I started coming home, and I did meet goal for the day, but my wife was on her way back from Chick-fil-A, and she had got me a salad. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to head home, and if I get something before I get into my garage, then I'll do another order, but if not, I'm just going to shut it down. And so I got into my garage at 1:32 with no other orders and ended the dash. It was a 6 hour and 45 minute dash, active 3 hours, 37 minutes. Again, 3 hours of downtime, 2 straight days in a row. 9 deliveries completed for $89.25. Drove 78 miles today. It's one of those days where it seemed like, I thought sure, before even looking at my mileage, I thought sure it was going to be over 100, especially with that $22, whatever it was, $22, $25, 21 miles, that stacked Meyer order. I thought that was going to put me over 100, but only drove 78. So that was great. Now at 2,723 lifetime deliveries. Started the dash at 57% acceptance rate and finished at 59%. So way to go. And that is it for this dash. And as always, we'll do it all again tomorrow. Let's see what interesting stories come tomorrow. And until next time, be safe out there driving. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Check out my other videos. A lot of good stuff, a lot of information for all things DoorDash. And we will see you at the next video. Thanks again for watching.